Hello everyone, I am Parab. I scored 98.4 in boards 2 years ago, and in this video I'm going to be guiding you how to score 100 marks in Hindi. Personally speaking, this is for Hindi course B, but my presentation tips, which is in the next video probably, will be for course A as well. So if you are on course A, then I'm sorry, this video is not for you. Let's first start off with the general stuff, how to improve your Hindi, because I've seen a lot of people whose Hindi is not as good, and the irony is that I'm making a video about Hindi in English. But the video is for those people as well, so why not? Well, you need to read and write in Hindi. What I mean by that is read articles, newspapers, or whatever you want, just your book as well. Just read your book in Hindi. Most of people can't do that as well. Okay, just read it and then try to write answers on your own. Try to write random stuff on your own, random articles on your own, random Anuched Lekhan on your own. And once you do that, you can also send that to your teacher or your grandparents, for example, and try to rectify if your Hindi is good in this, what is something that you can improve on, and slowly you will become a lot better at Hindi just doing these steps. That's it for general. Now let's move on to literature. The first thing I always say is just read the NCERT. But I'm not going to torture you by saying please Hariyar Kaka read karo. No, I'm not going to torture you like that. But at least try to read every chapter's NCERT once, even Hariyar Kaka. I did it and I did not have the interest or patience to read it again. So I understand your point. And अगर कोई भी पोएम तुम्हें समझ नहीं आ रही है हिंदी की या तुम्हें कोई चैप्टर भी समझ नहीं आ रहा है तो you can reference Magnet Brains for that. I also studied from Magnet Brains, not all chapters, but जैसे मीरा के पद हो गए, there are a lot of poems which deeper meaning तुमको इन channels से मिलेगी. जैसे for English I told CBSE guidance, right? So for Hindi I'm telling Magnet Brains. You can go check them out and get the real shit of your poems, the real shit that you need to write to get full marks. That is found on these channels. Well, always you need to, if you have been following this series, this is the 8th episode I think, and I have always told just do the back questions of the NCERT because they have the highest chance of being repeated in the exam. So read the NCERT, try to understand from YouTube video if you have problem in understanding it, and do it for poems. Okay? And do the back questions. Now let's come on to the next level part. Well, if you have a reference back, preferably full marks, you need to reference it and just not really learn any answers, but just read the model answers given in it. Read the model questions and answers because it will help you frame your answers better. Genuinely reading the answers which the toppers or the teachers have written, you will slowly start learning from this how to write a good answer on your own. Trust me, this is something that helped me a lot. I used to read the model answers in full marks almost every single day before my exam. I literally remembered some lines from word to word in my exam because they were just so good. And so I told this in English as well, make a copy, small, this size of a copy. Make this and just write these lines in that copy. Other than that, if you do not have a reference book, you can do the same thing with finding toppers answer sheets on Google. Just find the toppers answer sheet because you can learn a lot from that answer writing as well. Trust me, this is something that I also need to work a bit more on, and I could have scored 100 or 98 instead of 95. This was a subject that got me from 99 point something to 98 point something. So yeah. And lastly, for the literatures, whenever a RTC question is given in front of you from this Padyansh, Gadyansh, please just look at this Padyansh only, man. Just look at this only. Do not look at anything. Do not remember anything from the actual chapter. Just write on based of that paragraph. That's it. Okay, now let's get down to grammar. So first of all, every single thing about your grammar is going to be MCQ, I'm pretty sure. So do not need to exhaust it too much. Just your school worksheets is enough. And if you don't understand a topic in grammar, you can always search it on YouTube. This languages, English and Hindi, depend heavily on YouTube, heavily on teachers, rather than math, science, history. That's what I want to say. So just go to YouTube if you have any problem in grammar. Go to YouTube, search it, understand it, and then practice some worksheets from school or worksheets that can be found online. You can find everything online at this point. You can just go to Google and search for it. Simple as that. Do not need something very extra in this. But what you do need to do is for the muhavre. Just you had that copy, right? Small valley. So just write muhavres in it. If you already do not have a reference book. If you do have a reference book, just memorize 10 muhavre a day and just keep revising it till your exam, and that's it. Nothing else is needed in grammar. Just do a little bit of practice from your school. If you want to understand anything, YouTube, muhavre, copy, over. Now let's come to the comprehension. First of all, you need to go to my English video and watch comprehension for that, because I explained in detail what you need to do for every single mini paragraph in a comprehension. But for Hindi, it is the same except a few stages. What you need to do in Hindi is first read the comprehension, solve the questions, and then fresh mind. Okay, you just solved all this, go away. No one can solve all this. Solve this again. Read the comprehension again and solve this again. Because one, you will not get time to revise. So you need to rectify all the mistakes. Two, हिंदी ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है जिसमें 3 क्वेश्चन तुम्हारे फर्स्ट टाइम में गलत होने ही होने हैं. At least 3 questions in your first try on the comprehension will be wrong. That is what happened to me. 7 out of 10 से 9 out of 10 में हर बार इसी वजह से जाता था, क्योंकि मेरा ये होता था. Do you know UT1 I got 3 out of 10. I didn't get 3 out of 10, but the first rectification was 3 out of 10, and then I tried it again with a fresh mind and I was like, all of my answers are different. उसके अलावा you need to practice 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 comprehension if it is weak for you. If it is not weak, you can skip as well, but I would just recommend at least solve 1 gadyansh, 2 gadyansh, 1 padyansh, 2 padyansh before the exam, so that you have an idea of what can come. You can do it from PYQ papers, reference book, YouTube, Google, whatever you want. The source does not matter in languages. What does matter is the content and the type of understanding, type of answer writing you have. And now comes the most dreaded writing segment. So first of all, in the English video, I told you make a mind map, and a lot of people did not understand what I mean by make a mind map before writing anything. What you need to do is first you look at the question. Let's say the question is of formal letter or Anuched Lekhan. So this is our question, this is our topic. We write the topic over here with a pencil on our answer sheet. Right here in the top corner with a pencil, we write topic in a circle. Then you need to brainstorm for 1 minute what is something that you can think related to the topic. Then you need to brainstorm every single thing that you can think of related to that topic, and write it like this, okay? Once written all this, now you need to make sense of all this that you have written, in which order you should write, what word should you use, and then start writing. What this does is, instead of you getting ideas in the middle of writing the letter or the Anuched and ruining your whole scheme of answer, order of answer, formality of answer, this guarantees you the fact that you have already written all your ideas and you have a very good order, very good sense set into the answer. And once you're done writing the letter or Anuched, you can just erase it from the top of the page. Just erase it, simple as that, doesn't matter. First on, come to the Aupcharik Patra or formal letter. This should be formal, of course. And you do not need to write your real name, real phone number. Trust me, the answer sheet do get cancelled for looking at real phone number or a real name. Okay, so just take care of this and you will find a formal letter. You don't need that much practice as well. Anuched Lekhan. Anuched Lekhan, always keep the title as same as the question. Do not try to change it a lot. However, before starting the Anuched, either at the start or at the end, add a quote. Preferably the start, add a quote. Okay, the quote does is it gives you a good starting / ending to the Anuched and it makes it seem more professional. And in Anuched, if you use any example which is slightly not related to the topic, and even if it is related to the topic, always keep the example short. Do not make it too long, because the Anuched is not about the example, it is actually about the topic. Okay. Suchna Lekhan. Suchna Lekhan, always in a box, always in the format, that's it. Now, Laghu Katha Lekhan, 3 paragraphs, 1 introduction, 2 body, whatever, 3 conclusion, 4 moral ki ek line. Preferably always write a moral in your Laghu Katha Lekhan, and the moral should be positive, not negative. Do not keep the moral negative. It will cause a bias on the examiner and he might or she might cut your marks for this. Might, I'm saying. But to be on the safe side, always keep the moral positive. Vigyapan are 2 types, जो सिर्फ आकर्षक होते हैं, जो आकर्षक भी होते हैं बट इंफॉर्मेशन भी अच्छे खासे प्रोवाइड करते हैं. ठीक है. So in both of the cases, you need to use color pencils first of all. Do not use color pens. Do not use sketch pens, because because the paper quality is not going to be good. The paper quality is almost shit. So just do not use these colored pens at all. Colored pencil, that is enough. Preferably light as well. Do not keep it dark. And make a border with your color pencils always. It just looks pretty. That's it. Finally, email. भाई क्यों लिखना है यार email, मतलब why यार. बाकी देख लो ईमेल का तो क्या ही कर सकते हैं, उसमें फॉर्मेट का ध्यान रखो, हो गया. नाउ द लास्ट पार्ट इज दैट तुमको बेसिकली ये सबसे ज़्यादा लेंदी जाने वाला एग्जाम है. हाई चांस कि तुमको एक्चुअल में रिविजन करने का टाइम मिलेगा नहीं. व्हाट आई वांट यू टू डू इज कि ओके, सो व्हाट आई वांट यू टू डू इज कि तुम रिविजन करते चलो साथ साथ. जब भी तुम लिख रहे हो आंसर, जब भी तुम लघु कथा लिख रहे हो, जब भी तुम फॉर्मल लेटर लिख रहे हो, एक बार लिखने के बाद सारी चीज़ को एक बार रीड करो, स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स, मात्रास, वॉट एवर इज मिसिंग सब डाल दो. तुमको प्रॉबेबली रिविजन का टाइम नहीं मिलने वाला. इवन वन आई से कि तुम 100 ला सकते हो, आई कांट स्टिल गारंटी कि तुमको मिलेगा टाइम. सो देख लेना एक बार, ठीक है. इन एनी केस सिनेरियो देख लेना. And that's it for watching this video. Now we have completed all the 5 subjects that I did give seriously. Baki, we have completed our major subject ke how to prepare portions. How to write answers, we only completed for one subject. Now we will be completed for the next 4 subjects. Then I will also be uploading a video of how to revise. Preferably, I am going to upload that video right after this one and then go to the answer writing segment. So revision and then the answer writing. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry that I was not uploading. Be back now.